groups were called circles, and you had your circle of friends. There were 5 circles of friends, America being one of them. Italy, France, Germany, England, and America. The 5 circles of friends. In the European Freemasonry, the Olympiads. So that today, the Olympiad organization symbol is 5 circles, the 5 Masonic circles of friends. Of course, the Audi has only 4 circles because America's not included in that project. The torch, of course, the Olympic torch is the torch of Prometheus, the god who stole fire for the service of man. And as we said in New York, in front of Rockefeller Plaza, you'll see the statue of Prometheus. In his hand is a flame, the torch, the fire of revolution. All universities and colleges we find in their symbols and emblems of universities have torches standing for illumination of the Illuminati. When you go to college and university or even graduate from high school, you come out with as we said, a black robe, which is black for Saturn, the god of Hebrews, and the square mortarboard. The square mortarboard is, of course, Freemasons use mortarboards for their plaster. Called the Statue of Liberty. It's holding the torch of illumination, which is the Promethean torch of Freemasonry. And if you go to the Statue of Liberty, you'll see a bronze plaque inside saying that this was given to the government of America by the French Grand Orient Temple Masons. And it is a symbol of Grand Orient Freemasonry in America, the holder of the light. That's exactly the same torch that is carried during the Olympics. It is the torch
it's not the torch of freedom.
No, it's not the torch
of the Illuminati.
Illumination. To add also that on the back of the Liberty dime, on the back of the old dime in America, there was the fasci, which you look in the encyclopedia or dictionary, you look at the word fascism, you'll see that the symbol for world fascism was a bundle of sticks, a bundle of rods with a hatchet head that was on the back of the...
Well, you see that on each side of the speaker's podium at Congress.
Oh, absolutely.
So they have the fasci on each side.
Absolutely, and it's also the symbol for the United States Senate is the fasci. But the point I want to make is that was on the old dime. Now on the new dimes, you will see it has been transplanted a torch instead of the old fasci, because fascism was used at one time to prepare the world for the New World Order. Now the New World Order is in place. That's why on the dollar bill it says Novus Ordo Seclorum is New Order of the World.
How about that?
It will perform. That culture here in Milan throughout the games, and on the hour, it will be the centerpiece of the city.
Pentagramme inversé en feu pour la cérémonie d'ouverture et les 5 cercles qui fusionnent pour l'activation du rituel. Si la structure est toujours la même, c'est parce que les Jeux Olympiques sont dédiés à Baal. À l'origine, c'était des rites païens avec sacrifices humains. Mais maintenant, le sacrifice est psychologique. Les anges déchus, dès le début, font le symbole systématique de l'œil. Cacher un œil, c'est sacrifier son âme pour le pouvoir matériel. Et ils t'invitent à les suivre, parce qu'ici, l'arche maçonnique et la spirale, c'est une initiation à l'envers vers la dissociation, comme dans Le Magicien d'Oz. Maria Carey, comme d'habitude, sert à glamouriser la transgression, toujours au centre, entourée d'hommes, comme pour le Saturnalia, qu'on appelle aujourd'hui Noël. Tous ces rituels sont des processus de normalisation vers un monde inversé, où la dégénérescence est vendue comme liberté. Et à force de répétition, la transgression devient normale et la conscience disparaît.
Pay attention here. This is the Barcelona 1992 Olympic Games opening ceremony. And we'll see this ship right here, and it's actually floating on a sea of cells. Now look at what they're bringing into this sea of cells. A virus. Cells. Mankind, or a ship of fools, on this sea of cells. And there's the virus. But wait, it gets crazier. Mankind ready to fight in a battle. Now take a look at this. Look at this killer cell right here. You'll get a better picture of it here in a moment, but it's made of dead humans. Now watch this. If you had any doubt that this wasn't a public ritual, and that everything took place right here in 1992 is taking place right now in 2021. There's the virus, there's the Hydra, there's the Black Hydra, the dark matter Hydra, that they are currently injecting into people, millions of people all around the world, with that Black Hydra, that black goo, and these Hydra creatures. There's the people, all dead people.
Once you're spiritually blind and deaf, because this I take total offense to, because this is my island of Puerto Rico that he's so-called representing, because the island of Puerto Rico is La Isla de Cordero, the firstborn. That's who we represent. The firstborn, which is the son of Joseph Ephraim, is supposed to represent the northern kingdom, or the northern kingdom. And Judah is the southern kingdom, Jehudah, right? So that's why in his performance, he had all the Latin community, all the flags come up from all the countries of Latin America, because this is what it means. And this introduction right here, this is colonization. Okay, so this ritual that he performed, because he's an Illuminati puppet, he is not one of us. I don't care what you guys say, he is not one of us. This is a snare. So he is promoting colonization and enslavement of our people again. So whoever approved of this, you are giving your agreement to going back to becoming slaves to the system, to getting colonized again, like they did when they came into our territories and enslaved us. This is what this ritual represents. And he also had a song that they said that it's called excuse me for a minute. You see, this is all the Latin countries, and they're dressed in the colonization outfits when they came and colonized us and enslaved us, right? Because the people have no sense. And he also performs a song here called The Blackout, like this guy was saying. The Blackout, because they are going to do a blackout. That's going to happen.
Ey, Titi me preguntó si tengo muchas novias. Ey, muchas novias. Hoy tengo una, mañana otra. Pero no hay boda. Titi me preguntó si tengo muchas novias. Ey, muchas novias. Hoy tengo.
Amor Modeland, mi padre, Puerto Rico. Seguimos aquí.
patria, Puerto Rico. Seguimos aquí. ¡Ahora sí!
So Trump appears to be scamming you. This was his Super Bowl party yesterday. What do you notice playing in the background on the huge screen? Yeah, that's Bad Bunny. And yeah, the people at his own party seem to be enjoying it.
It was demonic. The Super Bowl halftime show with Bad Bunny was demonic. If you actually look for the signs, if you actually look and see things for what they are. And of course, Lady Gaga had to be a part of this because why wouldn't she? And pay attention to her shoes. And that's all I'm going to say about that. And then you have this right here where he's doing this type of pose right here because, again, this is more mockery. This is more truth in plain sight. And there is a reason he is doing something like this right here because it is anti-Christian. This whole entire thing, this whole entire performance, this whole entire halftime show was anti-Christ. Because here again, you see him doing another one of these poses. I mean, come on. There's a reason why. And then this one, he's above everybody else as he is doing it. Again, there is a reason why. And then right here, there's more signs and symbols. Pay attention to the floor right there in the middle. I mean, come on. More signs and symbols. You've just got to look and see things for what they are. Oh yeah, and TikTok, I'm just commenting on the halftime show. That's all that I am doing.
Let's go back in time, even before Egypt, and let's talk about Nimrod. Nimrod was the grandson of Ham, great-grandson of Noah, and he was a mighty hunter before the Lord, but he was an apostate and an evil man. He created the Tower of Babel. That's right, the famed Tower of Babel. He ruled for 121 years, and after he died, they made him into a deity, and that's right, he is Orion in the sky.
it. If you haven't seen it, you have to see it. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl and Bad Bunny, about the coronation they gave him. Look how symbolically. Lady Gaga, the priestess, places on his crown chakra the 2 threes of the 33rd degree of ascent in Bad Bunny's Freemarius. Symbolically, they used number dozen to open portals of numerology. His shirt had the number 64, which is equal to 10, and 10 is summarized as 1. Year 226, which is equal to 10, and is summarized as 1. Sunday, February 8, month 2, day 8, is equal to 10, which is summarized as 1. And Sunday is the first day of the week, 111. The priestess, Lady Gaga, crowned him. There she is making the sign of the 2 threes, placing the crown of horns on his endocrine system of the chakras, the 33rd degree of Freemary. 1 Bevan, the number they use to open energy portals, and it is the number of spiritual awakening. You saw it, I saw it, we all saw it. You saw it, and if you haven't seen it, you have to see it. And we're going to talk about the celebrities who venerate the archetype of the androgynous goat Baphomet, and about who directly embodies it. The GOAT archetype, greatest of all time, or the best of all time, is embodied by artists like Daddy Yankee, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. But directly in these times, it is being embodied by Benito Benedicto, Bad Bunny Baphomet. He himself tells them to their face as negative priming and preferred programming, the new religion. Ba, 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 ba. He neighs like a goat. For those who don't know the archetype of Baphomet, Baphomet is an androgynous goat that is worshipped in the world of Freemason and occultism. Being androgynous means that it is neither masculine nor feminine, that it is neither man nor woman. So if you notice, many of these celebrities like Bad Bunny, they seek to promote what is gender transition, lesbianism, and homosexuality through music. I had said in another video that in Puerto Rico, Bad Bunny gave young Miko, Villano Antillano, and Rhinao their start. The meaning of those names when you put them together, young Miko is Temple of Young Priestesses, Villain La Rachel, drag queen families, and Rhinao, his father here now, Benedict Baphomet, or Bad Bunny Benito. On multiple occasions, he has already gone out wearing goat heels and dressed somewhere between a woman and a man, apart from the artists he started. They are literally in a gender transition and promote lesbianism and homosexuality. Here we see him with the goat's feet again. Baphomet is an androgynous entity that seeks to corrupt the reproductive system of the human race. Literally, the Masonic lodges that worship Baphomet own the media and the entertainment world. That is why you see that this individual is with the first 3 places in music worldwide. And besides, that's why they have access to all types of stadiums around the world. If you look for the history of Benedict has been the Pope who has sold the papacy on 2 occasions throughout history, and this is the 3rd, and he is directly involved in the world of music. It's no secret that for years the world of entertainment and music has been promoting promiscuity, sex, alcohol, drugs, the nightclubs and the fines. In the case of Anuel, it's directly that he has said in multiple songs that his beliefs are Masonic. But many others you see them shouting the GOAT Illuminati, but it's because it's a trend. But right now the record labels are part of the world of Freemasons. Many of those people sign a contract and don't know what is what they are really signing and who it is they are serving. There are many artists who are venerating this archetype directly and indirectly, but the one who embodies it directly, he is Benito Benedict, Bad Bunny Baphomet, BBB, the new religion.
Cabrón, hecho, pues tuve las noticias y se veía... parecía que era el fin del mundo. Real. Entonces yo pongo el último tour del mundo, pero no es como que es mi último tour. Exacto. Es el último tour en general. Después de ese tour nadie va a girar. La apocalipsis. Exacto. Yo hice el último tour del mundo en el 2032. Lo adelanté para el 2020 porque el mundo no llega allá.
¿Ustedes quieren el éxito que yo he tenido? Es solo una respuesta. Pero en verdad estamos tan cabrón que ya estamos comprando almas. Ya no la vendemos, ahora me la venden a mí. El que quiera pegarse, el que quiera dinero, que me vende el alma.
the ritual unfold on the Super Bowl stage, we have to ask, why him? Why was Bad Bunny chosen to be the face of this specific moment? There is a reason Bad Bunny managed to blow past all the rest of the Latino artists. He was the one chosen to introduce the Latin youth to the industry agenda. To better understand the halftime performance, we have to look back at the history of occult ritual programming that led to this night. This wasn't just a career climb for Bad Bunny. It was a transition from another big Latin artist to a high-level industry gatekeeper. Bad Bunny has shown us this was coming for years. The signs have always been there. The industry loves to frame Bad Bunny's fashion as breaking boundaries or gender fluidity. But in the world of the occult, this has a very specific meaning behind it. Now I want to warn you, some of this stuff is occult mumbo jumbo, but I'm going to simplify it for us normal folk. All of this is connected to something called the rebus. In alchemy, there's a ritual called the Great Work, or the Magnum Opus, which results in the creation of the rebus, what they call a divine being that has conquered duality by merging the masculine and feminine into one body. Basically, a person who becomes gender neutral. When you see Bad Bunny in full drag in his Yo Perreo Sola video, or acting as his own female counterpart in his other videos, he isn't just playing dress up. He is embodying the alchemic archetype of what they call the divine hermaphrodite. He is signaling to those who know the code that he has completed his ascension and activated his divine spark. But the gender blurring is only half of the story. Look at the symbols he has been surrounding himself with since the beginning of his career. For years, Bad Bunny has used the third eye symbolism to represent a higher vision. In his Yo Perreo Solo video, we see him literally chained to demonic figures and surrounded by gothic ritualistic imagery. He dressed up like the Baphomet. If you look at his outfit, you can see him wearing a skirt, dressed up exactly like Baphomet is represented in this image. Even as recently as December 2025, he was caught in that museum controversy touching on that ancient artifact. The public called it a lack of respect, but it's all connected to their secret religion. He's been telling us his plan since day one. He didn't call his movement a fan base, he called it La Nueva Religión, which in English means the new religion.
I want your children to be educated. They do not want you to think too much. That is why our country and our world has become so proliferated with entertainments, mass media, game shows, television shows, amusement parks, alcohol, and every kind of entertainment to keep the human mind entertained so that you don't get in the way of important people by doing too much thinking. You had better wake up and understand that there are people who are guiding your life and you don't even know it. And all American citizens, I think, have suspected something like this is going on. But we're all too busy trying to stay alive and live our lives. And after all, what can one person do about it?